Hey YouTube. Um, yeah, so it's coming down to that date. It's Thursday. Um, Saturday, maybe Sunday, we'll be taking off, starting a journey towards Pine Ridge. Um, Starting to get a little antsy, you know, the pre-takeoff jitters. It's that whole deep breath, deep breath before the plunge thing. Um, it's one of the best and the worst parts. It's just that once I actually get out on the road, this heart fluttery thing stops, and yeah, it's weird as it is. Um, I'm still looking forward to it. Um, Trying to get all my crap packed up. Um, I know it doesn't really look like it. Um, it's because it's not yet. Um, Charging up all my batteries. Um, get my canteen filled. Um, Check the weather. I think it's still going to be crappy all weekend. I'm headed north and west up into the prairie and open country, so it's probably going to stay cold and get windier. So I don't think I'm going to be able to break out my warm weather gear yet, because I'll be wearing my jumpsuit. So I have to figure out what to pack and what to wear. Um, yeah, just kind of last minute little things, getting stuff settled, stuff you can't just pack away and then leave it. Kind of last second stuff. Um, yeah, I didn't get on here and with the intent of talking about any specific subject or anything. It's just been a couple of days. Um, so I want to just get back to it. Try to keep myself at this, because the the neurodivergency habit forming is not exactly easy for me. So yeah, we're um, we're just trying to keep up on this. I got a nice little tripod stand for you guys. For me, make it easier. It's got a nice little pistol grip holder. Um, yeah. Let's see. Taking stuff. I see a lot of comments from housed people and people who've never traveled or really lived outside, or have only lived outside in certain circumstances where they have access to funds and this, that, and another thing. It's one of the comments I see all the time from people like that towards folks like me, is trying to tell us what gear is best for us. Everybody always suggests boots. Oh, you got to get some boots, man. You got to get some boots. Why are you still wearing shoes? I've hiked thousands of miles coast to coast in hiking sandals. It's more important that they're comfortable for you. Don't listen to what other people tell you about what kind of gear you're going to need as far as that stuff goes. Um, Example is these. See them? These are the busted shoes that I'm actually going to be wearing out. I have a nice pair of boots. It's here at my mom's. I have a brand new pair of really nice steel-toed, slip-resistant work shoes that I'm not taking because they're not broke in enough. They're not good for walking that kind of long distance. So generally, if you see videos um, of people living outside, if they're making YouTube videos and they're still wearing a pair of shoes, it's because they want to be wearing a pair of shoes. Boots have good uses. for certain things. But man, trying to hike, dozens of miles a day with a huge backpack on your back, and things get heavy and restrictive. And it's one of them things that I quit carrying. I don't carry an extra pair of shoes. I generally don't carry an extra pair of pants. I've got my kilt now, so I have a switch out. I don't carry a tent. I haven't carried a tent in years because every time I take a tent, it ends up being an extra piece of gear that just weighs a bunch, and I don't use it enough to make it worth it, and I end up throwing it away. I'll probably end up getting one while I'm out, but I don't even have a tarp right now. I have nothing to even drag over the top of my sleeping bag. It's a good sleeping bag, but that's really all the shelter I have right now. And I'm fine with that. That works for me. I know what I'm doing. Like I said, I probably will end up getting a tarp. But it'll be as much for ground cover as for rain cover, to have something to lay the sleeping bag out on so that it's not constantly in the dirt. You do get used to being dirty, and you do get used to your things being dirty, especially as you head like out to the prairie or into the desert. Things get really dusty and really dirty. And so it's nice to have a tarp to cover the ground for you. I was thinking about making a video and like going over all my gear and stuff, and I realized that that's not actually a good video, because I have very little actual survival gear. Most of the things you'd expect a backpacker to be packing, I'm not. I've got one pouch that's got my hygiene stuff in it, my hairbrush, fingernail clippers. I've got solar batteries, some rechargeable things like that, extra power cords, about this much clothes, about half of it's socks. Like I said, always socks. Yeah, I have some craft stuff. I'll try to put up a short. Hopefully it'll be a short here in a minute. I'll show you my vest that I've been working on. But other than that, I have a canteen and binoculars. If you want real survival gear, you're not gonna use most of it to bother be carrying it. For years, I kept an extra thing, fire starter, little knife, small first aid kit, extra bit of paracord, just like that emergency survival thing. But it just sits in the bottom of your bag. It takes up space, it weighs extra. You don't need a mini bug out bag if you have everything turtled up. Yeah, like I said, I didn't have any kind of plan or important thing to talk about in this video. We're just kind of doing a talking head moment. For my own habit forming, really. And to let y'all know, we're still going ahead with the plan. Be setting out Saturday, Sunday, maybe. Yeah. See about having them guests. Maybe tour you around a zoo a little bit. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.